Cooking with Cool Dad. I'm back. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you're being kind to one another. And today we're going down a slightly different, twisted rabbit hole because we like what we like. So, lately, Mrs. Cool Dad and I have both been trying to reduce the waist size, lose weight, get healthy, whatever you want to call it. The problem is there's certain things that you shouldn't eat when you're trying to do that. One of the things that we shouldn't eat as much of that we enjoy is pizza. Let's face it, most people love pizza. Even if you put pineapple on it, which I am known to do, I won't deny it. So I started looking around for alternatives so we can still have our pizza and enjoy it. As you all know, there's cauliflower crust, there's this crust, there's that crust. We've tried the cauliflower crust. It's okay. It's okay. But it was a box of freezer pizza, so that could have been part of the problem. Anyway, in my searches, I came across a whole different style of pizza. The chicken crust pizza. That's what we're doing today. We are doing a chicken crust pizza. So this is a, depending on how you top it, could be a no-carb pizza. Or minimal carb. We'll go with minimal carb because there's probably some carbs and cheese. And it's going to have cheese. That is not an option here. So, we're going to drop down in a second and get started on making our chicken crust pizza. And it's a little interesting, but I think we'll have a good time with it. So, I'm going to drop down. We're going to get started. And this might actually be a shorter video. Now that I said that, it's going to take forever to get done with. So, let's drop down. We'll get started on making our chicken crust and then make the pizza once it's ready to go. See you guys down below. We are going to start with 1 pound of ground chicken. Mrs. Cool Dad and I had a discussion about whether you can use ground turkey or not. Personally, I don't think there's a real difference texture-wise, but flavor-wise could be a little different. So I decided that for the first time doing this, I'm going to stick with the chicken. So we got 1 pound of ground chicken, to which we are going to add Italian seasoning, which I am working with a recipe because it's something new and different. I want to kind of make sure I get it right. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now, Italian seasoning, yes, you can go buy a jar that says Italian seasoning on it. Oven's preheated. But that's going to really come down to what your flavor preferences are. I've got my bread dipping wheels here. I'm actually going to use a roasted garlic and cheese. And we're using a teaspoon. We're going to use a roasted garlic and cheese combination that we both enjoy. And shaking it out. Oops, a little much. That's about right. 1 teaspoon of that. Then a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Now I don't have kosher. I have sea salt because it's a personal preference. Everything I've read though says they work just fine. You're looking for a coarse salt. And sea salt is a coarse grain salt. Bam. Now, close that back up. This is where it gets fun. You get to get your hands dirty. We're going to mix this all together. Mush it all together. Make sure it's all properly mixed around. Get right in there and mush it up. You want to see everything sprinkled all through there. Boom. Now, as I'm mixing, I'm actually going to take a step a little bit further. This is not how I normally envision pizza, I'll be honest. But, like I said, we're trying to eat healthy, and we like pizza. So, we're trying to find healthy alternatives. Or just stuff that tastes good that we can enjoy eating and don't feel as guilty about. Okay, this is a little bit messy. Let's be honest here. It is actually, it's a whole hell of a lot messy. Come on, come on. Thoughts on this as I'm going. Have a spatula ready that you can mix with. But then again, nothing wrong with getting your hands in. Let me rinse my hands real quick. washed and dried. Now, while you're doing this, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I can count today. 400 degrees. 400. 400 degrees. Now, excuse me, I am going to add one more item to this as soon as I find it here. Where'd you go? I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. Not a whole lot, just a light sprinkle of it because, oh, we love garlic. So, what I am going to do, I'm going to get a spoon because it is kind of messy. So let's just unmessify that a little bit. There we go. We got it all mixed together. Okay, now, next step, on your pizza tray, you want parchment paper. Very simply put, the chicken will stick if you don't use parchment paper. Every recipe I have looked up has agreed on that. Parchment paper. It's not expensive. It's good to have a roll of it in your kitchen. Now, oh God, that is just... When I make pizza, it's usually with dough and, yeah. I have done the air fry freezer pizza and it does work, but I'll be honest with you, this is different. Come on, you can do it. Get off there. It's going to get more on there in a minute anyway. But, and what you want to do is kind of like spread it around. Well, this is going to be real interesting. Spread it around. Maybe I should have put some spray stuff on my spoon. I think this is actually meant for a smaller pizza, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of spread it out evenly. Try to get it round or semi-round so it sort of resembles a pizza. I've seen various thicknesses for your crust, anywhere from a 1/4 inch to an 1/8 inch to 1/2 inch. We're just going to kind of go around so it's fairly even and semicircular. Semicircular. I'm not stressing it has to be exact circle. Because you know what? It's food, it's fun. Hopefully it's good. Keep my fingers crossed because we're missing their pizza right now. We'd like to have pizza again. But we also want to be healthy. And as you can see, whenever I get the profile shot in these videos, I got a little bit of spare tire I'm carrying around. And while that's good to have a spare tire in your car, having a spare tire on your body is not as healthy as, you know, hashtag dad bod, yes, body positivity, yes, but healthy too. Okay, that's reasonably round. Let me rinse my finger again. Okay. Now, once we have it laid out, we're going to pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. This may vary a little bit depending on your oven, but I'm going to pop it in for 20 minutes. We'll be back once the 20 minutes is up, and we'll go from there. So for you guys, it'll be just a second. You'll see the little fire go across the screen. For me, it's going to be 20 minutes of waiting. See you guys shortly. Alexa, set timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Alexa, stop. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Grab a pot holder here. Not roast my eyebrows off. Ooh. Okay. It's intriguing. Here's our crust. Interesting. So, next step. There we go. Open some pizza sauce. Throw some sauce on there. Now you can use whatever pizza sauce you like. I grabbed some at the store. I happen to grab Rao's homemade pizza sauce because that's what, out of my selections, that was the one that caught my eye the most. spoon to kind of spread it around. I'll admit, I'm intrigued right now. I am highly intrigued. And if this comes out as well as they seem to think it will, I'm going to be happy because I miss pizza in my life. Now, mind you, when I was younger, I was the type that would eat pizza for all 3 meals during the day. So, I like me some pizza. Now, I hate these bags. Fortunately, I have kitchen scissors. Just for that reason. There's the, okay. Make sure you cut below the seal and above the Ziploc so you can reseal it. Throw some cheese on here. This is a pizza blend, which is a blend of mozzarella and provolone. I was going to get just plain mozzarella, but I was like, you know. Screw it. You can't put too, in my personal opinion, you cannot put too much cheese on a pizza. Now, obviously, cheese it to what you think is appropriate. And Mrs. Cool Dad requested pepperoni, so pepperoni it is. You can put your pepperoni on any damn way you please. Me, I just, for some reason, I feel the need to make it somewhat neat. Not that it really matters in the long run. It's all ended up in the same place. Efficient distribution ensures efficient coverage and getting pepperoni in every bite. That's the key. Or you can just say I'm a little OCD about it. Doesn't matter. I don't get offended either way. Okay, now put pepperoni. Cheese now. Like I said, no such thing as too much cheese. We're going to slap a little more cheese on top of this, just to make it a binding effect. Okay. We're going to pop this back in for 10 minutes, and we'll come back to the finished product. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Okay, see you in a minute. Alexa, stop. Well, let's see what we got. Ooh, roasted my face off. Okay. Looks like a pizza. Smells like a pizza. So, I think our next step is let it cool down, and we'll come up top. I'll bring up a slice and tell you what I think of it. We'll see you up top in just a couple minutes. Here we go. This is what we got. Looks like pizza. Feels reasonably like pizza. Interesting. It's a little hot too, but interesting. Actually, not bad. Texture is definitely a little different. But not bad. The texture is definitely different, but flavor-wise, it's pizza. I'm intrigued. I think this will be added to the list. That's actually pretty intriguing, I've got to admit. Wow. I honestly had no idea what to expect with this. I truly had no idea what to expect. But if you're looking for a way to cut carbs, definitely an option. This, I'm I'm kind of impressed. I mean, it's the only, I don't even want to say negative. It's not a con, it's not a negative, but the only thing that's off a little bit, for me personally, is the texture. If you're not a texture person, this is pretty damn good. And even with the texture being off a little bit, it tastes like pizza, it eats like pizza. I'm pretty fucking impressed. I'm kind of happy because I found a way I can have pizza again. This will definitely be revisited. Not necessarily in a video, but I'm definitely doing this again. And I'm thinking that I may actually throw some more seasoning into the chicken before I spread it out. I'm really actually pretty damn impressed right now. This has really surprised me in a good way. So, wow. I'll admit, it took me a couple minutes to get it processed through, and yeah, that's pretty good. So you want to get people together around the table, talk and make memories, and you want to keep the carbs down, I would say this is definitely the way to do it. I'm kind of blown away by this right now. The more I think about it, I am going back for more when I'm done recording. As soon as I turn this off, I'm getting changed from work. I'm taking this with me to work. This will be my dinner because I'm pretty impressed. Wow. So yeah, this definitely is a keeper. I'm super simple. Not a lot of time to make it. It was pretty easy. Wow. I'm blown away. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of blown away with this. So anyway, you want to make low-carb pizza? Here's your deal. Remember, food is life. Life is good. Let's eat some more. Why? Because food makes everything better. And when you get people together around a table full of food that you've made, that you've put your heart and soul into, you'll have so much more to remember down the road because it means more when that food is coming from you. Even if you sit down with people who don't always see things the same way you do, you may not change each other's minds on that, but you'll know more, you'll learn more, your view of the world can be expanded, and that's how we're going to fix things, folks. So until next time, remember, food is life. Life is good. Let's eat some more. Please be kind to one another. I'll see you guys in the next video.